No matter what happens from now till the day I die, nothing will change my view on that. I met Jesus that weekend. Yeah, so looking back, life was probably okay. It was probably all right. You know, there was no massive dramas in many respects, and probably a bit, in retrospect, possibly a bit beige, really. But there's no purpose here. There's no sort of sense of direction. I felt as though I was a little bit lost at times, and a little bit not quite sure of the direction that I was going to go in. There was always just a little bit of a niggle at the back of my mind. We took the decision 20 years ago now, probably, that I was going to look after the kids full time and Helen was going to carry on with her career, which was going really well. Which is why I ended up, at that time in my life, in their life, just going to various toddler groups, various. And often they were in churches, and the first one that came to was this one here in the Oakwood Centre, so that was where it started for me. I just felt different. I felt part of something else. I felt as though I'd found something else that was bigger than myself and more meaningful, and started to make more sense, really. And then the next thing that happened was I said to Helen, "Shall we go to church?" Which completely threw her. She didn't have a clue what was going on. You want to go to church? What's going on? Never expressed anything like this. Let's go to a service. And I just remember coming into the auditorium and just being completely blown away by the amount of people, for a start off, the amount of kids, the amount of older people, the amount of people my age, normal-looking people. And then afterwards, I just remember saying to her, I feel as though I'm seeing things in colour for the first time. Everything's been a bit black and white, and it feels as though everything's in colour now. And that's how it felt to me at that point, and it's never really gone away, if I'm honest. Not long after that, I was invited on a weekend away with a group of people from the church, and it absolutely blew me away. Just a phenomenal experience. Felt the presence of God all the way through the weekend. Laughed, cried, and really, ultimately, at that point, that for me, that weekend, I met Jesus. You know, you no matter what anybody says, no matter what happens from now till the day I die, nothing will change my view on that. I met Jesus that weekend, and for me, once you've done that, yeah, you know, we all have ups and downs, we all have questions, we all have moments when we're not quite sure. But when I think about that, and when I go back to that, I can't deny it, and I can't argue with it, and nothing changes. It's just front and centre and there, and I feel a bit emotional actually, but it was phenomenal. For me, there's just this overwhelming sense of peace actually, and I can't really say it any way other than that. It's just a sense of purpose, a sense of peace, a sense of confidence in the future, and a sense that He will make all things right.